All right, welcome to the latest edition of the FPL America podcast. This is David Smith.
Travis Hoig.
Brian Shesko.
Gentlemen, it feels good to be back. Did you guys miss me last week? Don't answer that, Travis. I know what your answer will be. Brian will probably say
it was,
maybe a little. It was a little smoother.
We needed it.
It went a lot longer than I thought it was going to go. And we talked about golf way more than I thought we would.
Really? You guys talked about golf last week.
You texted me and said that I had to talk about it.
Okay, well, listen, I love that.
I'm playing the golf of my life. Make sure you mention it. That's what you said to me.
For sure.
Yeah.
Listen, I missed last week because I was on my yearly golf trip. It's called the Liberty Classic.
If anyone needs to get a snack or drink right now, this is your time to get up and
well said.
Go get what you need.
It was I've never been out west to play golf, and we played in Southwest Utah. We flew into Vegas.
Yeah, I thought you were going to Vegas.
Some of us spent one night in Vegas. Some others did not.
Okay.
Because I think their wives were like, "You're not staying in Vegas," but you can stay in
Probably
Vegas and have a wholesome time. So anyway, there's a few of us that did that. We ate at a restaurant. One of the guys in our group is a VP for a food company, and one of his jobs is to close deals, and he's always meeting CEOs and going to the best restaurants across the country. So he was with a group of us. This is his first time on this trip. He's with the group.
What?
With
no
the group
way.
in this trip. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
it's because I know who it is. It's surprising to hear that.
So we go to. I said, Jesse, make us a reservation in Vegas, because I didn't even have to ask. I knew it would be amazing. We go to this place called Bazaar Meats, and
Bazaar or Bizarre?
Bazaar, as in
Bizarre Meats would have been better. It'd be like giraffe tongue or something like that.
Yeah. No, this place was unbelievable. They had they have a great menu, but what they specialize is it's called a tasting menu. It's like an 11-course menu that they bring out. But they only do it if everyone orders that tasting menu. So like everyone's got to commit to it, or no one does.
Was it like $400 or something stupid?
It was expensive. It wasn't $400, but it was expensive. He
scratched his head.
It was a once in a lifetime.
He doesn't want his wife to know what it costs.
No, well, she doesn't listen, so it doesn't matter. But it was a
when
once in a lifetime.
Or when he's recording.
Exactly, once in a lifetime experience. It was absolutely amazing. It was brought out tapa style, but then the main course was these huge cowboy steaks cooked to perfection. It was unbelievable. Unfortunately, one of the guys in our group had a crushing headache, couldn't finish the meal. We both know him very well, Jeff, and he ended up going back to the hotel and couldn't finish the meal. Brutal.
Terrible.
What a coward.
Brutal.
Sounds about right.
Anyways, go into I did. The reason why I texted.
He hasn't been in the league for a while. I was going to say League Jeff, but.
Yeah, we can't even call him League Jeff. It's Friend Jeff now. Friend Jeff.
Yeah.
Shame.
Anyways, I texted you. I said, please talk about golf, because I am playing the golf of my life, which was absolutely fact. The first day matchup, me and the partner I was playing with, it was called a shamble. So
You're already saying too much.
No, you and your teammate both tee off, and then you play your own ball in from there.
Explain it.
Yeah.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. Anyways, in my match through 10 holes, I was even par. I had one bogey, one birdie, all the rest pars, playing the golf of my life. We were up 5 holes in our match, and we ended up winning by the 14th hole. So it was amazing, and it was a big match because I did not expect to win that match. We were playing against the best golfer in our group, and but I had a day. That day. It was my best day. Next 2 days were but that day was amazing.
All right.
Was
I'm so
absolutely
glad that
amazing.
we could relive it for you here.
And
today.
And League Billy, who does listen. League Billy is the captain of Team Blue. I'm the captain of Team Red. There's 24 guys that go on this trip.
That's a lot of people.
And my team won for the 6th year in a row.
Sounds like there's a competition problem.
That's an infuriating.
Should probably reevaluate the format.
In fairness to all the golfers listening, we have won 4. We've retained twice. So twice we've actually tied, but you got to beat the champ to be the champ. So we've retained twice and won 4 times.
There you go.
That would be infuriating.
That's true.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it.
So we have a WWE level championship belt with one side. There's a spot for 6 plaques.
Stand up and show everyone.
I'm discount double checking right now.
Okay.
The belt that I did not bring in, but I should have brought in, hanging on the curtain behind me.
Nah.
So League Billy can see it every single week, although he would never watch. He would probably just
He's
listen.
a listener.
Because he doesn't want to
He's definitely
actually see it.
He needs to be able to speed it up.
Anyways, great weekend. We're not here to talk about golf, but in the process, I was not able to watch much football through all that. And
Probably for the best.
Of course, one could say, well, you could have caught up on the international break. I could have, but I come back into to basketball. It's basketball season. I'm coaching 3 to 4 days a week.
It's basketball season.
I was coaching this past weekend at a weekend tournament.
We can never escape your vices.
No, I know.
Golf and middle school
because
girls.
it's real life, and everyone that listens to this also has a real life, and so it's just not all Premier League. We'd love it to be just Premier League, maybe sort of, maybe not, but. When Arsenal's top of the league, I love it to be Premier League. So there's that. Anyways, Brian.
Yeah.
You guys talked about some things while we were gone.
There's an international break. It was game week 11. It is going to be game week 12. There's a few housekeeping things we have to do first, other than talk about your golf trip.
We're done.
That was
we're
the
done
biggest
with that.
housekeeping thing we had to deal with.
We had to get that out of the way.
So we need to talk about a few things.
The other thing we have, in the studio, we have a special guest. I don't know
how special.
If brother is, I still don't know. I asked Travis. I said, Travis, what's your brother's name? He said, brother. So at this moment, at some point, I might find out his real name. He said Steve. I don't think it's Steve.
It's not Steve.
Steve is the imaginary person that lives in Travis's basement. At least that's what he tells his kids. Sounds a little creepy to me, but
they eat their vegetables,
if the 3D printer's named Steve, then he's never lying about it.
True.
Steve lives in the basement. Anyways, at some point, maybe we will flick the mic on and brother Hoig.
I say it every week,
Hoig.
Dave.
Travis Hoig.
That's true.
Will come on. So if you hear a voice, you might not see him on camera, but if you hear a voice, that is the magical, mystical voice of brother that comes on. Hoik. All right.
Say it too many times.
Ryan, or Travis, let's go to you first. Travis, what were the ways Brian is smart?
There were so many of them.
Last week, the few things that we did talk about when you weren't here or last time we recorded, Dave, was first of all, big call on Sunderland being the team that finally breaks the Arsenal.
Yeah.
I would have supported that. I wouldn't have thought
we
they
talked
scored
about it
2
briefly
goals.
before when you were
I
still
wouldn't
here.
have thought they scored 2 goals.
Right.
The second one was, I mean,
you benched Gabriel. He was on the last spot on your bench, wasn't he?
Yeah, I had the greatest flex in my history.
Wow.
He wasn't playing. He actually got it right.
Take a hit to bring in Gabriel and then to bury him on my bench.
You did not take a hit.
Yes, I did.
You took a hit to bring him in.
Yeah, I didn't. I fell asleep.
Okay.
So I didn't change anything, which actually worked to my massive advantage because I captained Mbumo.
Oh,
not
that
Holland.
Right.
So, unbelievable.
So
what a week. What a wait. I mean, that's amazing.
It wouldn't
Well,
have
pretty
mattered
good.
if I had.
Holy.
I would have had a worse score if I had done what I intended to do. Ended up breaking with a hit. I actually I finished on points with even for the average, but on a -4. Finished under. So I red arrows no matter what, but still ended up with an okay score. But yeah, I benched Gabriel and also played Xhaka over basically all the other people.
You brought Xhaka in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that.
finally
We
did,
talked about that
yeah.
2 weeks ago, though. That was a night move.
So Sunderland scored not 1 but 2. Arsenal scored only 2.
Okay.
Yet again,
Right.
Arsenal's ceiling is absolutely
2.
capped at 2.
Okay.
And Travis, remember the one dumb thing about it was remember what a fun and good laugh we had about Dan Ballard.
Yeah,
and that was awesome.
That was pretty funny actually, and I saw that. What are you gonna do by Dan Ballard? Every time you say, "What are you gonna do?"
Every single time,
every week that there's been a different top scorer,
right.
and
it's like, who would have picked
Ballard? No one had Ballard.
I'm sure someone
in week
triple
1.
captained
Yeah,
him.
I'm sure they did.
I'm
and
sure
then he is kind of Sunderland's been way above average and had some good weeks, but Ballard was never really on the list for a lot of people.
I know you don't have it in front of you. I would like to know how much Sunderland is exceeding their XG at some point. I'm sure the stats out there. Is Sunderland?
I can look at that in a second. Another one that ended up panning out, Bournemouth away.
Yeah,
continues to be terrible, and in this week they were particularly
they got
bad.
Thumped.
Semenyo misses the penalty, so it makes it even worse. Makes it even worse than what it was. So that was those were the two kind of biggest calls, as far as decision making, and I should have just avoided it. I went out of my way to get Gabriel, and now the whole thing blew up in my face. I didn't even use him in a game that I thought was useful, and now he's unusable. So
we haven't done to that yet, though.
I'm sure was there another good one? Is there something else positive that you feel like we really nailed down, or was that it?
No, I think that was the big ones. You had a couple of decent calls on players. And even Holland not being why not?
Right, we did talk about that a lot.
Not being a good pick for captain.
City home, City away.
Right.
His record versus Liverpool would have been really, really dumb if he scores the penalty.
Yeah.
So missing the penalty makes it really bad, or makes it worse. He still finishes with a useful score, just not as good as it could have been. But
so maybe not the best pick, but still a reasonable pick was the consensus.
But either way, not a week. If you captain Saka, you're extremely happy. If you captained any other typical Arsenal player that you had, you're
not happy.
Furious. I am also an idiot, and
the ways Brian is dumb.
It's not my fault or stupidity, but we talked about Alderete and Mukiele, the central defenders for Sunderland. Alderete was ruled out with concussion symptoms, so he didn't even actually play in that game,
which was weird.
Against you guys. So it could have been 3-2 Sunderland if he's out there.
Maybe.
He was their best defender. So
I was skeptical of Saka. Actually said out loud I felt no pressure whatsoever to get Saka into my team. Mostly it's math that prevented me from doing that, but he ended up with his best score of the season. So
for sure. Yeah, and I actually sold him. My one transfer of the week was I sold him
also
and brought
even
in,
dumber than saying
I brought in Declan Rice, who
having him in
that's not a bad pickup.
No, Rice has been consistently contributing.
But this week it makes it look dumb.
Yeah. I even like it worse now with Gabriel being out.
Oh, for sure.
Right. So I feel like that's, I'm not loving it.
He's such a huge goal threat, so.
And then probably the one that, look,
such a dirt.
It makes me feel sad more than a dumb for making a bad call, but the M23 derby could not have been more wrong.
It was great.
Dave, I know you want to.
He loves talking about it.
I know you want it to be nothing, but
it's his favorite derby.
I want you to tell me the last time that the match between Brighton and Crystal Palace ended 0-0. Do you want to guess when the last time that happened?
It's probably like 40 years, but this is the dumbest made-up derby, and I will say it every time they play, every year. Neither team actually has a rival, so they got together and like, hey, man, let's have a rival against.
They do have a rival.
In London.
No, Hove is on the coast.
So what?
They're not even. They're not even like.
Crystal Palace has other London teams that they're rivals with.
Who's like
all of
Palace's rival?
All
you
of
ask
them.
anyone, they'll be like, no, it's
QPR.
It's Albion.
Actually, that's probably it. Still,
the last time that the M23 derby ended 0-0 was in November 2017. So it has been
okay. So
it has been a very long time since that match had 0
wasn't
goals.
That long ago.
It's been at least 8 games.
True. There have been at least 8 games since 2017.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yeah.
That is quite a few matches that the two have played that have not ended 0-0.
One of
There's
the
been
things
at
that
least one.
It made my
in
heart
all
happy
of them.
to see this trash made up derby be 0-0. I thought it was so apropos. It was the only thing.
Teams are quality.
Other than Liverpool getting thrashed, that made my heart happy this weekend.
Everyone with a defender not named Mark Gahey was thrilled to have a player in that in your made-up derby.
Yeah.
And that actually is a good segue into the next biggest issue of the international break going into game week 12.
The international break. It's the Injurnational break.
Oh, it is the Injurnational break.
Wow. I just realized.
I didn't look over there that hard.
Okay. I just now saw that.
A lot of injuries over the international break. Biggest one, obviously.
Well, let's cover it.
Go ahead, Dave. Talk us through Gabriel, owned by 42.9% of FPL managers.
It's not good. He easily has been, maybe not easily, but he's definitely probably been the most robust, reliable defender when he's on the pitch for Arsenal.
Don't you feel like I feel like, man, maybe I'm just, I don't know, maybe I'm just pulling stuff out of thin air here, but I feel like his goal threat has been pretty high this season. I feel like I'm seeing things.
Brian, whether
he had high goole threat this season.
Whether it's, and look, I know you don't like this, but whether it's assists or goals, he's been remarkable. He has a total collective of 3.
So the question is going to be
one goal.
I was going to say he's had at least
2
5
assists.
each, right? Probably.
What is Arsenal going to do?
Premier League.
I know.
They can't score on set pieces anymore.
How can you replace those numbers?
Dave, currently 3rd most transferred in for the game week.
Oh.
Wait, seriously?
He was 90,371 people as of 5:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's got to be just defenders.
Of defenders, yes. Sorry,
Okay.
3rd most transferred in defender.
Weird.
So far, either they're stupid or they're bots.
Well,
or
they're not trying to
bots.
buy the dips.
Or they're
his price is definitely going to go down.
For sure.
No,
but I'm saying I think
this
people were
is
doing
people
this.
who were actually on their own international break and not paying attention.
I think
Unless they did it early.
Before,
Right.
yeah,
That's why I
early.
think
They just did it early.
Yet again, another reason not to go.
And there were so
early,
many.
especially over a break.
That's crazy.
Information is better than pound dollar. What's more important than pound dollars? What's your
Information is always
greater than
money.
That's the word I'm looking for.
money.
David Ornstein from The Athletic says 1 to 2 months out. So 1 month, Fantasy Football Scout nicely did the math for us. 1 month brings him
This is
back.
where you collapse.
Game week 17 is 1 month.
Okay.
Game week 22 is 2 months. Easy sell.
So,
No,
you have to sell.
Easy sell.
I mean, because he's at minimum going to be out for 4 weeks, and I guarantee you it'll be more than that.
The 2 obvious questions, Dave.
They don't have to rush him back. He's a big piece, but their defense is deep enough. They don't have to rush him back.
Does this do anything to derail their title?
No.
Absolutely, it does.
No.
Okay.
Calafiori's got a yellow triangle too.
Yeah, he's fine.
His hip is all hippie.
He's fine. And even if he doesn't play, we just play Miles Skelly? I mean, okay.
Does this?
That's not bad.
That's the next question.
I mean,
do you feel like this hurts the Arsenal defense enough to avoid them as
not at all
as a direct replacement?
Not at all. No, I would look if you don't own an Arsenal defender, then Mascara is all go, green light go. 5-4.
Is that certain? Is there any chance of them shuffling people around? Because I did see some Arsenal people suggesting that Calafiori could play as a center back.
That's interesting. I would be surprised. So when Saliba was out, Mascara came in for him when he was out, and he played next to Gabriel. Unless they're looking for the fact that Miles Skelly didn't get called, and I don't know how much the clubs weigh this, but Miles Skelly didn't get called up to England because he hasn't played enough Premier League games.
Man, we're Arsenal fans furious.
They were furious. So unless he's behind closed doors as a 19-year-old screaming that I should be playing more, which could be the case. I don't know.
But you have all those sources.
Yes, but I've been on an international break as well.
Just to clear it up, Calafiore is flagged. Hip issue, though. Nothing too serious was the exact quote from various managers. Return to North London was a precaution. That is per sources, including the website arsenalinsider.com.
I will be shocked if Calafiore plays at center back. I think there's a reason why they're too deep in every position, and it will be either Mosquera or who knows, it could be Hincapié.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about him.
So they work too hard in the offseason to be too deep at minimum at every position, and it just seems weird to start shuffling things around.
Did they play in the Champions League that that Hincapié played?
Didn't he play on the Slavia Praga?
Didn't he play on the left? He didn't play. He didn't play center back. He might actually play.
I think he played on the left.
He was real good. That's why I wondered.
No, he's an excellent defender. So,
I mean, he played an undefeated season in the Bundesliga. So
he's no slouch.
He's not nobody.
Timber's not hurt. He looked hurt against Lithuania, but it was just a cut, and he ended up
just a
playing
laceration
in that game. Yeah, so it was not anything that's going to threaten him.
Yeah.
All right, so you are saying title is still yours to lose, and
yes,
absolutely if you have the money, because that's the biggest thing is the replacement. You can look through the top choices for, again, like most weeks, you could talk me into most of the top, I don't know, seven of like the top 12 transfers in for defenders.
Yeah, I
would be okay with almost well over half of the top players.
If you can have if you don't have Timber or Calafiore or Saliba at this point, for that matter, then go with one of those.
If you're going to do Mosquera is now easily the cheapest to get in there at 5.4. So that's, I don't know. That is probably fine.
Gabriel's been playing, I should know this, on the left or right. I should know
He's a
this.
left, I think.
I think he is a left. So who knows? It could be Hincapié. I don't know. But Mosquera has always been the guy, like the third center back kind of off the bench. But maybe that was before Hincapié has come in and gotten up to speed. So I don't know. But I would, maybe the first week wait and see who starts, and sell him and bring in someone else and make a plan for the transfer for the following week. Arsenal's just got the best defense. I don't think it's going to change, and they have clean sheets in their future. But
you're not getting a clean sheet in the next two.
Probably. Remind me who the next two are.
Bet on the pod. Here you go.
No.
Since their title chase is already...
I'm too excited.
You're saying the title chase is over.
You're too excited.
It's home Spurs? We're definitely shutting out home Spurs.
Okay, so that's the bet. Next two matches, how many clean sheets?
At Chelsea.
Two
we probably
or
have
less
one
than
already.
two. Dave says
two. I don't know.
Travis, all you have to do is take the under on 2 clean sheets in the next 2 matches. This is an easy bet.
The fair number is at least, is 1.
I've
already lost 2 of the 4 bets we have.
Well, that's because you're making bad bets.
You encouraged those bets.
2 matches, 2 clean sheets. Dave says 2.
No, I don't say 2. I think there will be 1.
Oh.
No, I'm saying I think there will be 1.
I didn't lose. You lost the other one. I've lost 1. You lost 1.
Yeah. You guys are losing bets to me all over the place. Don't bet against Arsenal.
That wasn't an Arsenal bet that you lost.
I know.
It was one was a City bet, one was a West Ham bet. Anyways, it's not important.
I bet on West Ham.
That sounds right.
Yes, actually, you bet that West Ham sucked real bad, and David said they didn't. So,
yeah.
I won that bet.
No way. West Ham's been on the
They were better that day.
Yeah.
Against Forest.
I picked
who
the
was
one
real
day.
Bad.
I picked the one day they were good.
Either way, I think it's going to be tricky. At least you get Spurs. I think Spurs are so wildly unpredictable.
We also
I can't believe you're taking.
We also have
way.
home Bayern in between those games.
Man, what a great game!
Yeah.
We already talked about that. We already
That's
said
going to be fun.
Oh, is it on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving?
American Thanksgiving, please.
Because I can't watch it then.
What is this?
I'm gonna need someone.
Champions League, Trav. Can you bring that up?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
it.
no, that's
I don't
on
know what
Paramount
that.
Plus.
I don't
It's
know
on
what that
Paramount
date is. Yeah, all those games will be on Paramount. I'll give you the.
No, I've got Paramount.
Okay.
I've already got that.
All right.
But still,
That's 3 tricky
All right.
fixtures.
It's 3 fixtures that it definitely is a good test. I mean, who was it? Was it Liverpool? They survived their test. They had
Real Madrid.
You wanna just
Madrid
deal-
and who else? It was it
Some
United?
other-
It wasn't United. Was it Chelsea? I can't remember. But they had 3
Well,
tough
City.
games. And Madrid was a Champions League match. They definitely failed against City.
Well,
but
yeah,
it was Villa. It was Villa.
Oh,
Right.
right.
It was
we
Villa.
talked about that. That
They
was,
looked.
yeah.
They smashed them. They looked great against Madrid, and then
Capitulated
they
to
did
City.
capitulate against City. Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to just deal with the other possible Gabriel replacements right this second, and just
It's the 26th.
Which is the Wednesday
which
before
is
Thanksgiving.
I
Wednesday.
can't watch it because that's our family Thanksgiving.
Is the
We've
26th.
moved it to Wednesday, not Thursday.
I mean, is it an afternoon luncheon?
I think
Probably a 2:45 game.
I think you need to explain to your family what your priorities are.
Look,
Might actually be eating turkey
Get-
at that point.
get dad-in-law.
He won't watch it.
No, you don't have to, but just get him.
He's gonna say what every other
Get
hater
him-
says. Let me guess. Is the score 0-0?
Get him a little bit of bourbon, maybe, and
Yeah, he
see.
might, actually. But that's a huge game.
All right.
So do you want to deal with the transfers here, or do you just keep going with the rest of the Injurnational break?
Yeah, keep going.
The next big one is obviously Mark Gahey.
He was injured before the break, though, correct?
Not in the squad versus Brighton. Didn't travel with England. Got a foot injury against Alkmaar.
Why would he be in the squad with Brighton? Oh,
No, he
at the
was
Brighton
not.
game.
he was
Got
not
you.
in
in the
it? It
squad.
was a surprise.
Got you.
Came out of
Okay.
nowhere.
Okay.
RotoWire, amongst others. Supposedly, he could not even walk due to a bone bruise, says manager Oliver Glasner. Also, Glasner said on November 9th, it looks like he will miss England's games, but after, maybe in 10 to 14 days, hopefully he can return to training and be available again. That's why I'm saying I don't think he's going to play. I think the Crystal Palace is playing one more game
Brian's favorite.
without
Gabriel.
Gahey.
All right.
But that seems more of like a hold, don't sell.
Yeah.
Given-
Bone bruises are always kind of tricky, though, because they heal at different rates, and depending on where they are, they can affect you or not affect you.
If he's in training on Thursday,
It's been there
or
for
something,
like 3 months.
Longer.
room temperature.
Well, it's a basement.
It's chilly.
It's pretty cold.
It's chilled.
I'm not like eager to get rid of him, but I would understand if you did. Especially if you
Yeah.
sold him for one of the other.
Right, like if you don't have
For another
Munoz
Crystal
or
Palace
even
player.
Lacroix.
Right. Chris Richards.
You
The
keep
big-
saying that, but
I would.
his points aren't there, though.
He's 4.5. He was one of the better performers of the game week for Crystal Palace against Brighton in the huge M23 derby.
He's cheaper.
I
that
do
is fair.
think that the Gahey loss, for however long it is definitely much more significant than the Gabriel loss. I think Gahey means more to Palace than Gabriel means to Arsenal. Arsenal have multiple ways they can replace
All right,
him.
here you go. Here's a
Oh.
different bet. In the next 2 games, who will score more Premier League points, Crystal Palace or Arsenal? Crystal Palace are
taking it.
at Wolves and home to Manchester United. Arsenal is home to Spurs at Chelsea.
That's tough. That's
Yeah,
tough.
this
You
is a
say-
good one.
You say
could-
Palace, you say Arsenal. Write it on the spreadsheet. Do it.
I almost want to take Palace. You want to take Arsenal?
No, I want to take Palace.
I'll
Back your-
take Arsenal, even though I think Palace have that
Yeah.
advantage. I'll let you in on a bet.
Most.
I'll give you odds on a bet.
More
most
points.
Which game? What was your
More
Next
range?
two
points
match weeks.
in game weeks 12 and 13.
Yeah,
Crystal Palace or Arsenal.
yeah. Put it on the board.
Write it down. Yes, another bet.
Type it in.
Yeah, type it in. All right.
Type it in.
I don't want to get rid of Gahey. I still think. Hey, is he going to Liverpool? That's like the huge rumor.
Everyone wants to put Semenyo. Everyone wants to put Semenyo.
No, we all know Semenyo is going to go.
Everyone wants
with the winger capital of London.
Liverpool's
Chelsea.
going for. There is a Italian gent named Bastoni. That's the. I mean, talk about my sources. Well, let's get that out there. Bastoni.
But probably not until the
Liverpool.
summer, though. They're not going to pull anybody in January.
Then you get into
Alessandro Bastoni,
the next
center back,
and then
6'3", Liverpool, winter break.
Is he injured?
He's not.
All right, let's not talk about him.
This is Injurnational. Come on.
The next level of injury, I would say, I think we dropped down a level because Enzo Fernandez. Do you still have Enzo?
No.
Did you ever? Oh, you have Caicedo.
I had Caicedo.
Okay.
I got rid of him. I swapped him for Rice.
Enzo still managing a knee injury. I'm just saying because he's over 10%. He's 13.9%.
And he's been doing pretty well.
He was a
so.
trendy asset who never actually got any points.
He did fine.
He had the one good week, and then he did next to nothing for the rest of the season so far. Look at his numbers.
That's what I'm doing now.
It's pathetic.
He said 3 good weeks, Brian.
When?
3 good weeks.
He had a 10 against West Ham, 12 against Fulham, and a 9 against the Hove.
And what weeks were those?
I mean, 2 of them were early.
Right, 2.
Still, there's been 3 out of 11.
Yeah, it has been.
It's been double digits pretty much.
It's been a while.
Managing a knee injury that he's been carrying for 4 months.
Which is probably why his points haven't been all that good.
Didn't travel with Argentina, according to The Standard. Expected to be assessed ahead of the clash with Burnley at Turf Moor. Feels more like a not playing.
Yeah, I think Lavia is still healthy-ish, so he'll be fine.
Maybe the better pick anyway, Pedro Neto, also triangled, did not travel over the break. Groin issue against Wolves.
Neto's been on fire.
Neto's been really good. Standard also says of Neto that he is already back in training and will be fit for
In Neto's last 4 games, 12-8, 3-9.
We could go back to the podcast where I think we kind of established that any of those guys could do good any week. And even Garnacho has been kind of good. So
useful, maybe not good.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Real life good or fantasy good?
Again, I think useful is the better word. He's just been useful.
Yeah, no.
He played
relevant.
enough to score or assist, gets subbed early, and then they either draw or lose. No, I don't know if that's
interesting.
But he has been okay. You just don't like him because for the same reason everyone else does.
Well,
because you don't like his haircuts.
In his last 3, he does have the worst haircuts. 6, 3, and 11 in his last 3.
I don't know how interested you guys are in Aston Villa defenders, but Matty Cash and Ezri Konsa both triangled and both experiencing muscle discomfort. I only bring them up.
That's a big problem for them. That's a big problem for them.
What, muscle discomfort?
No.
That too. For
them
Villa,
having issues in defense.
Cash and Konsa not being there is a big deal for them. What are they going to play, Tyrone Mings?
I'm only mentioning them because Villa's
Mings is like out.
Villa's fixtures are pretty good upcoming. Enough that Matty Cash is in the top 12, I think, for transfers in for defenders. He's cheap.
Leeds, Wolves, Hove, Arsenal.
At least 2 or 3 of the next 4 are playable.
Are they a different team at home? Feels like
I think they've just been.
I feel like the second you want to trust Villa, they're like the Cincinnati Bengals. The second you want to own a Bengal or Raider in American fantasy football, like they're going to let you down.
I think
feel
they
like
were
that's
just
Villa this season.
were kind of underachieving, and they kind of picked it back up here recently. What did they do? Like five wins or five without a loss, I think, in a row at least. And then Liverpool, because that was what was going into Liverpool, is they had put together a good run.
6 without a loss, then they hit the buzzsaw, and then they won against Bournemouth. So
they've had 4 clean sheets out of 11 games.
Right.
It's
just better than we've said it a lot. I feel like the defense has always been kind of the thing for them. Like, didn't expect them to be better defensively, and they've picked it up here recently.
Right.
Luka Dean seems like he's nailed down the left side, which I don't know how or why that's happening, but whatever. He's kind of good. It's just that the fixtures are useful and they're not expensive. Consry's 4-4.
Cash is 4-6.
Cash is in the top 12.
Matty
points.
Cash was not risked. I think he was not risked in one of the matches for Poland this weekend, but he was in the Poland squad yesterday. He was on the bench, an unused sub though. So whatever muscle discomfort he was experiencing was not enough to send him home or keep him out of the squad.
He's fine.
Ezri Konsa, calf problem against Serbia last Thursday. Missed the game against Albania on Sunday. So Konsa already went back to London. That was like completely out of the team. Thomas Tuchel said we think it's nothing. We don't even think it's an injury. It's just a discomfort and not worth the risk. They're probably both fine. I think it's just a lot. Like, that's why there's some of those teams.
Brazil would have done that with Gabriel.
People
they're gonna
sharing
do nothing,
so many people showing their teams of 7, 8, 9, 10 players or whatever. Like so many triangled players, and it seems like it's mostly this. Probably nothing, muscle discomfort or felt something, and we don't want to take a risk because clubs are putting.
Sounds like
putting
that's
pressure
you
on
just want the day off. Like I kind of felt something.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you do that?
I kind of felt something. What'd you feel? I don't know, just something.
Wasn't that?
Well, you should sit.
Wasn't that what Arsenal people were already saying about Gyökeres coming into the break?
He's
of
feeling something.
Man, felt
something.
Can't risk him. He better stay home.
Yeah.
You feel warm.
Yeah. Felt well. I mean, what's wrong? I don't know. I just
better
felt
stay
something
home today. And then on the less interesting players, Benjamin Šeško injured his. Come on, man.
Who?
Made his appearance.
Is he still playing?
Second half against Spurs, injured his knee immediately. Now he's out for weeks. I'm just saying him because now, if Bumo, Cunha, and Bruno Fernandes weren't already like buyable assets in what they were already offering,
they're going to have to be.
Now there's no Šeško to ruin it. Unlike this podcast.
I mean, he wasn't. What was he really ruining?
He wasn't playing that much, but
he's
got 2 goals and an assist. He's barely outscored Gabriel, a center back.
He didn't start very much. As everyone liked to point out for Manchester United, how little he was starting, and then when he finally did start, he was putting some good performances together.
It's true.
And then
this is defending him because they have the same name.
No, Brian's right. Brian's right. The first 5 games of the season, he did not start.
He kept coming off the bench.
He starts
and
game
Manchester
6
United
and
fans
game
were getting
7,
furious.
plays 90, scores in each, and then he had an assist against Brighton. So you're not wrong, Brian.
Right, and that's the only reason why, like in that little run, he was outscoring Gyökeres
for
significantly less
2 match weeks.
Yeah,
it's good.
But Gyökeres didn't score at all until
baby
he
steps, goals. It's good.
Gyökeres's amazing worldy header on the goal line against Burnley.
Hey man,
gotta get those.
You gotta break the duck sometime.
You gotta tap them in.
Hey,
even if you gotta tap them in.
Yeah. How no one cares how they go in, Brian.
A goal's a goal.
No idea what to make of Tottenham Hotspur. Kudus missed the game against Manchester United, but also one of the guys who did not travel. He would have gone with Ghana. Thomas Frank already said he should be back for the North London derby, so he can cook. Who's on the left side? That would be Calafiori. That's his side.
Kudus?
Yeah.
Is Semenyo with Ghana too, along with Kudus, and they didn't qualify for World Cup? And brother shaking his head yes. Wow. Like that's some. I don't know who else Ghana's got, but that's some firepower.
Was Graham Potter managing them too?
Oh wow, that's some thunder. That's some thunder from down under right there, Brian.
And Christian Romero recovered to play 87 minutes against Manchester United, played 90 minutes against Angola for Argentina on Friday. So Christian Romero will be there to get a red card in the North London derby.
I can't wait.
Will definitely happen.
I hope there's an...
He'll
I'm
score
not planning
first.
on it, but boy, I would love
There
to
are
be
plenty of other injuries,
thrashing.
but the only other one that matters, Nicholas Füllkrug has a thigh injury. I wanted to end the Injurnational break with Nicholas Füllkrug. That's it. But those are big ones.
Füllkrug might be one of my letdowns of the season. Like I would have
Did you
thought,
own him? You did.
Yeah,
I
I did.
started the season with him. I'm just shocked
Really?
at how
That's
uninfluential he's been, considering what he was doing in the Bundesliga.
weird. He wasn't doing that much.
He was pretty good.
It's also that he
Kind
was
of a poacher.
he was really good in the preseason, and yet another example of why the preseason doesn't matter sometimes.
He makes a big deal about when you lose in the preseason.
I know.
Well, but they lost to the Japan All-Stars.
Stray. What is catching a stray other than Graham Potter catching strays?
Catching a stray, man. That is whatever else we got going into this next week. I mean,
He just uses kid slang however he wants to.
no, I just think like when I was looking back over, because so much time had passed since I had looked at some of the scores from last week, and I was like, Brentford beat Newcastle 3-1. Newcastle,
Yeah.
who got a red card in that game? There was just some score lines that really Dan Byrne. Oh, that's right, I remember that
Dan
now.
Byrne red card.
Brian, you wanted to mention Thiago.
Yeah, there was a handful of guys.
Is it Thiago or Thiago?
It's just Thiago.
Okay.
No, really, you should have bought Thiago.
It's spelled. I knew what it was and what it
you want
was.
me
Sure
to-
you did.
if you want,
Thiago.
if you want me to search,
Isidore.
No, that's
Isidore,
how
yeah.
Mike Tyson would say it. Thiago.
You do have a
another
lot.
brace for Thiago last week. 3 bonus points. Finishes with 13. You guessed it. He's now second in
Transfers in. Sure.
forward scoring for the season.
Oh.
Wow.
He's just 42 points behind Holland now, slowly closing that gap. But he's the second highest scoring forward. And I think
That's kind of fascinating.
we said this weeks ago when we talked about him.
He's a whole 6.3.
Right, he's not expensive. Why do I have
8 goals on the season?
Yeah,
Why do we not own him?
I don't know. Because I don't have room for him. What am I going to have him
gotta have
over
João
Danny?
Pedro.
I got to have Danny Welbeck.
I got Isidore in there, and he's not performing
Stop
like
saying his name
Thiago.
right.
Isidore. I'm gonna. That might be my transfer. This
yeah,
week.
do it. He's an easy player to get and keep. I would say, regardless of fixtures. That was what I was going to say. We talked about that. I feel like weeks ago. Is that he had scored against. Like he scored against Manchester City. He scored in the matches where you were like, you might have benched him.
Right.
So he has scored kind of regardless of opponent.
So he plays up to the good teams.
And I would say, look at the Brentford schedule. You tell me it is where you see a problem through the end of January.
Yeah, it's not that he's playing up to the good teams. They're
not
sitting.
respecting him.
No, they're sitting deep and absorbing pressure against
then
the
he
good
gets
teams, and then he's getting the out ball and going on a fast break and scoring. He is clinical enough to be able to do that, fast enough and clinical enough to do that. But that's how he's scoring. So I would say the teams that are gonna attack their defense are teams that Thiago is.
He's got
is
a
good for.
fun full name. You know, how like some of the guys.
Let's
have,
hear
like,
it. I want to hear you say it.
Igor Thiago Nascimento Rodriguez.
Okay.
I'm sure that is exactly what his name really is.
Other than away to Arsenal on December 3rd, tell me which fixture bothers you
I just
until
looked
the
at
end
it, yeah.
of January.
No, you're right.
So an easy buy and hold barring injury. Every match green or gray, and you know what that matters.
I mean, yeah, it matters everything.
Green or
Everyone
green.
wants to look at the colors.
So I base my
That
strategy
might be my
every
transfer
week.
this week.
Are you, Dave? Since you're such a big Arsenal fan, are you shaking up your team real bad to get Saka? You are a seller as of last week, but are you finding ways to re-get him, or
Well,
are you content to just go without?
I'm truly confused because the trend said sell him, right? I mean, we know what our rule is. If you get 3 or 4 weeks or whatever it is, then you sell.
Did he score a few weeks ago? Or assist or something? I feel like, oh no, he had a 7 in that 1 week because
against Fulham, he
what was the week where he did nothing? He had no return.
Fulham. It was Fulham. He got 7.
He got the defensive contribution points,
and
he got bonus points and finished with no return and yet 7 points.
That's exact. He had two bonus points.
Right.
So 3 for midfielder, 2 for DEFCON, and 2 bonus.
So really filled the stat sheet in every category except the ones that score the most points.
He had 8 against West Ham. He scored against West Ham in the week before the Fulham game, and then obviously he scored against Sunderland.
It's just that prior to the 12, it was like we said last week.
It was 2 threes against Crystal Palace and Burnley, and he didn't look great. And I think that was the thing that Arsenal fans were asking for.
We said that last week, is that the performances, the eye
That's
test
exactly
of
right.
it were like a big shrug at least.
That's exactly right. We should expect more. Fans are wanting more. The performances weren't there. And then he obviously scores against Sunderland and then scored for England. And you're like, oh no.
A great goal.
Did I make a mistake here in me selling him? So I don't know. I hope
you do not still will Gyökeres play coming out of the break?
I don't know. I haven't done my research on that.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
I truly.
So if Gyökeres is back, Martinelli's still hurt, right? I think.
I mean,
probably.
I don't know. Is he?
I'm only asking because Trossard scored, and so that was one of the reasons why when we went through the list, it was that since Saka had come back from his injury, he had been outscored by literally all the other midfielders who had started, and then Mikel Merino, you knew, was starting. He got an assist this past week, so he even got a return.
Right,
and those guys are half, or barely half of what he costs. So I'm just saying, like, if Trossard still a pick?
Probably. I mean, honestly, Trossard's numbers have been. He's been shocking.
As long as Odegaard's out, right?
It's not fair to say he's shockingly good because he always has performed. But if you look at at minimum, the last 4 match weeks for Arsenal, he's had a 10-3, 6, and a 9. And if Martinelli's in question, even if he is healthy, it seems like Trossard's going to continue to hold that down for a little bit.
He's been preferred, and as long as Eze is playing in the middle with Odegaard not able to go, then the only competition is Martinelli, right? So if he keeps performing,
they could
as you've said,
they could throw one of the younger guys in there, Yeri or maybe even Dalman over there.
But why would you? So you say this over and over and over again. Is that if you nail down the spot, it's yours until you lose it.
You're trying to win a title, and
Trossard
Trossard is one of your most trustworthy attacking players, period.
From all his experience with Brighton.
I think he's the best finisher that Arsenal has. He's the most clinical in front of goal that Arsenal has. Trossard is.
Yeah, he's been fantastic.
He's scrappy.
He makes he makes me want to have him. He comes up with goals
sometimes
just
when
poachy.
You absolutely don't expect it. It's just like the goal against Sunderland. It kind of came out of nowhere.
That's what
He's not one that's breaking behind lines. He's not like Martinelli stretching the defense, but he kind of wiggles his way into goals that you don't see coming. And I think that's why no one really wants to go with him, because you're looking, what your eyes are seeing is like, oh, he's not that much of a threat. And then he reels off 4 weeks where it's a 10-3, 6, and a 9 fantasy, and you're like,
that's way more useful than almost anyone. I'm sure if I looked at the 4-week thing, he's got to be at the top of the
I'm sure. I mean, out of all the weeks that I've looked at, even while we've been potting, that no one's numbers have come close to that in the last 4 weeks, midfielder-wise. I'm sure there might be someone. Someone's fact-checking me right now.
Declan Rice still a pick, and you're saying you would have Declan even over Saka if you're buying one.
You brought him in, right? Because you
own
made that change.
Before Sunderland, it hurt, but I'm looking at Declan's weeks. In his last 5, it was 9, 11, 3, 7, 13.
Right.
And it's like, okay, well, no one's thinking that, Brian, what's his goal threat? Probably not much, but I mean, he's always on free kicks. He's always on corners.
That's what this
and then
we said,
and he's always late arriving in the box. And so he's lamparding his way into goals at times.
Yeah, the permanent position of this podcast from early season on was he's going to keep doing this because of his not just roots to points, but because of the way they're like what freedom he actually has, and he is.
Zubimendi being there has absolutely freed him up into not having to do much work in the 6 and play the 8 and the 10.
Does Gabriel dropping out of the team diminish that value though? Because we just rattled off free kicks, corners.
Well, I mean, if Brian would say no, because Gabriel has 1 goal and 2 assists.
I have a feeling if we looked it up, if I remember right, the last time Gabriel missed games, Saliba kind of slotted in on the goal threat. I feel like
whatever their positioning there is when they set up. I mean, at this point, Rice is so good at it. He might be the best free kick taker in the Premier League. Might be at the moment, but he's putting it exactly where he wants to put it. And the Arsenal screens and other things that they're doing, like he's kicking to a spot and he's trusting that his player's going to get there.
Get one of the interns to look it up.
And
last year when Gabriel missed a couple games, I feel like Saliba scored in both, and like he missed 2 games and Saliba scored in both of them or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's a good shout.
So I just wonder if that doesn't happen
me.
Again.
Look, if he's not there, someone else is going to slide into that whatever positions they have on their when they're taking free kicks. It's not like no one's going to take that spot. It probably will be Saliba that will take that spot.
Right, which makes you wonder, like, I think, Timber, like looking through right now, it's, Timber's the 4th most transferred in for defenders. And
where's Saliba's probably on the list. His ownership is 11.7%.
As high as I thought it was.
No, that's what I'm saying. Saliba he's near I don't know, in the outside in the teens, in the bottom teens, like maybe close to the 20th most transferred in for defenders.
If I didn't have an Arsenal defender, I would bring in Saliba.
Yeah, so that's why I wonder what that's going to look like.
Yeah.
We've talked about him a few weeks ago. I think it faded because he didn't start one of those games. But Nico O'Reilly, another huge game for Manchester City.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about him.
11 points, got an assist. This is crazy. A 3-0 game where he gets an assist, gets the clean sheet, and gets the DEFCON bonus, and somehow finishes with 0 bonus points. That's wrong. I don't know how O'Reilly could do that.
Yeah,
whatever.
That doesn't seem like
since
they
match
did their
week
math right.
4.
I was going to say, since he nailed down a starting involvement.
It is 6-6, 2-5, 11-1, 8-11.
Do you know how many points that is?
That is a crap ton, and there's no way that anyone has scored more than that.
Yes, there is. I will tell you, he is second.
50.
It's 50 points. Only Gabriel has more.
Oh, wow.
Which, of course, that includes Gabriel's fraudulent 13 that he scored against Newcastle. I don't know if you remember where he...
I thought we might get through one pod without that moment.
Do you remember when he punched?
I don't remember.
He actually opened... He swung with a fist and hit Woltemott in the face, and it was reviewed and deemed to be non-violent for some reason. All the officiating is in... Arsenal's pocket, though. Wait, against Arsenal.
Whatever.
Yeah, and Oliver is on the whistle for the derby, and
that's going to be a nightmare.
Crap.
It's going to be it's going to be a bloodbath.
He's the one that sent Miles Lewis Skelly off last time for doing nothing.
I can't wait.
They admitted it was wrong. They sent you a letter apologizing. Is that not enough for you?
Michael Oliver is a big bag of tools.
Since game week 4, Dave, you are right. Nico O'Reilly, second in defender scoring. Only Gabriel has more points. Nico O'Reilly, 1 goal and 2 assists, which I don't know. His goal threat is huge because that's the same number of goals and assists that Gabriel has.
Wow, Nico.
That's huge.
Nico O'Reilly's coming into the team.
I already made my night move.
It.
He was my night move before you started talking about him.
10 shots, 7 shots in the box, both tied for 3rd. Only Munoz and Calafiori have attempted more shots. Timber, Michael Keane, and Big Dan Ballard also have 7 shots in the box each, so he's in good company there.
Where's Nico O'Reilly in the defenders transferred in?
Number 1.
Is he?
He went up in price over the.
So he's
break.
at 6-0 now.
No, he was 4-9
or
and now
5-0.
he's
No,
5-0.
Although I don't love the away match to Newcastle.
Who cares? Yeah,
Not
who
this
cares?
Newcastle?
Yeah, because you never know.
Newcastle just got slaughtered by Brentford?
Yeah, you never know.
Exactly.
And then Leeds Fulham, that's fine. 2.2% of teams, though.
It's low.
That's really low.
It's because
His ownership's 2.7?
2.2.
Do you also know that
Wow.
he's 5th for chances created since game week 4? And do you also know that he's 3rd for touches in the opposition box since game week 4?
I know it now.
You know now. I was going to say
Cucurella out. Nico Riley in.
Cucurella is going to score against
Cucurella
Arsenal,
has to
and you're
play
gonna be
Burnley
mad.
first.
I would have benched him.
You got to play
I've been
Burnley.
wanting to try
Why
to
would you
get
get rid of
I've been
Cucurella
trying to
after
get rid of him.
He's
for
playing
so
Burnley.
long. Who cares? And watch Burnley win that game. That's Chelsea's season.
Is
No.
it home? Are they at Stamford Bridge or are they at
They're at Burnley.
It's
They're at Burnley.
Pillow Fort?
They're at the Turf.
Moor? What? No,
Turf Moor,
they're
Turf
better.
Moor,
They're
yeah.
at
They're
the
at the
better
Turf.
at Turf Moor. Okay,
They're at the Turf.
They're better.
What's
they're not
Chelsea
great.
gonna do? Go in there and win?
I don't know. Yeah. I was gonna say Pep Roulette probably stopped most people from actually committing to O'Reilly, but he started most of the games. He has featured in all but I think one game this season. I think he has 0 minutes, but that happened real early on.
All right. By the way, I will say this: Cucurella in Chelsea's defense here, in the last 6 matches, 7-8, 1-7-6.
Those are scores that you typically read off and say, "How do people not have this guy?"
I know.
Yeah.
And you're about to sell him.
I'm gonna hold on to him, but I just don't want to.
Dave, to stay in Manchester City, Doku is in fact on fire again.
Is he though?
Yeah,
Went
he
for
is.
11
He's
against
looking- he's looking
Liverpool, not to mention crushing the
he
international
has been
break
playing
for Belgium
well. He has
2
been-
goals and assists for Belgium
today.
Today.
But- and this is the Dave
But
Travis.
hold on.
Here's where you get to debate.
Hold the.
Here's
pump
where
the
you get to
brakes.
debate this. Was it that he's awesome and Belgium, he's making Belgium great, or was it that Belgium played Kazakhstan and Liechtenstein?
Thank you. Okay,
Those
So,
are powerhouses.
look. As much of a Kazakhstan and Liechtenstein, as much of a powerhouse as Liverpool currently is, because he scored an 11 against Liverpool, but against Bournemouth the week before he scored 2. Then, but the week before that, 1 against Villa, 1 against Everton, 1 against Brentford. So Doku is not knocking it out of the park here. If we just want to talk about facts, I will say this: he has looked a better player and looked more threatening this season. But unless he's playing Liverpool every week, which he's not, then he's not going to be dropping
No,
a
he's
lot
going
of
to
fantasy.
be playing teams that are worse than us.
There aren't many.
Wow.
That was supposed to be. Well, no, this is appropriate. That is.
I mean-
Yeah, it's a good segue.
You're 8th in the table, so you're doing great.
I was going to
8
say,
in the table.
don't be surprised if Doku gets 14, 18, 29, 36, or 58 minutes in a game because he has done that this season.
Wow, yeah.
Be completely surprised if he actually makes it to 90 because he's only done that once so far this season.
8th in the table, 2 points off of 3rd. Let's just say that.
I would also say he's
However you want to justify
2
it.
points off of 3rd.
However you want to justify it.
Dave, he has 44 points for the season, which is tied for Szoboszlai, which is
That's shocking.
a
actually.
trendy, a very trendy
That's actually
midfielder
really
pick.
Look, as much as I was, sarcastically mocking Liverpool, that actually is surprising.
Szoboszlai currently the sixth most transferred in for midfielders. Doku tied on points on 44. Doku currently 0.2 cheaper than Szoboszlai, and Doku's gotten his 44 points in 623 total minutes on the season. Szoboszlai has played 990 minutes. I'm not saying it's not an apples to apples comparison for those two players, but it's just that Doku's been, I think, playing on. It seems like an obviously different level than he had been.
No, I agree. He has been playing
last
better.
year.
It just doesn't completely transfer into fantasy points. It did last week, though, against Liverpool.
what you want to talk about next. There's other people, but the biggest thing for transfers and the biggest. Were we moving on to that?
Well, I mean,
are we on night moves? Or are there other players that you wanted to talk about?
No,
I mean, obviously there are other. Michael Keane had another big game.
It's like what are you gonna do with
Semenyo?
Are you keeping Semenyo? I mean, he's the top midfield scorer.
He makes me nervous.
Bournemouth, right? I mean, is it time to sell?
I think
it
he's
sell
playing.
high here?
I'm not worried about him not playing. I think it was a worry that he was withdrawn, but it turned out that it was for personal reasons, not injury related. I think it's more that the news that he wants to leave Bournemouth, depending on how official that is.
Yeah, I don't love that.
And how much it's like, how committed are you at that point? Is he Isaaking the rest of his the first half of the season here?
His last 5 games,
it's been bad.
4 games.
Yeah,
it's been 4, 3, 2, and 0.
Well, he missed the penalty. So the 0 is on a missed penalty.
It still counts.
I know, but
Holland missed a penalty.
Right.
Still counts against him. -2.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
He's not like
How did he miss a penalty?
If 42% of teams have Gabriel and like 60 some or
63 have
60% have
Almost 64.
Semenyo, and you have to pick one of the two guys to sell, you're selling Gabriel.
Agree.
Like I'm not like for me, there's no way I'm taking Semenyo
Gabriel out, Nico Riley in.
Yeah, that's one of the options.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say if you want
to get back into the. I mean, I would do that for at least a week.
Yeah.
This is where you can start to answer questions because if you're gonna, do you want to make the transfers? You want to talk about that right now?
Sure. Why not?
How long is Mark Gahey going to be out? I know we.
He might even play.
I'm only saying.
Really?
I just based on everything Glasner said, I just can't imagine him playing this week.
But he's not out for a month.
There's been nothing official saying he's ruled out. He is definitely not out for a month. It's just that it's because he couldn't put weight on his foot a week ago.
That doesn't sound good.
Right.
Yeah, that a lot can change in a week though.
Weight on a foot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
All the Scousers are up there saying, "Hey, you're injured. Be out for a while, so we can sign you in January."
Just make it to January.
No, his favorite stadium is Emirates. So
this is true.
He's going to Arsenal.
No, we have enough defenders now.
Tom Hadley at FPL. Tom Hadley has done some really great graphic work for especially for fixtures and various. He's done a ton of stuff with DEF CON, like keeping track of the DEF CON contributors for defenders and keeping lists of that. He's had some really helpful stuff so far this season. One of the things he did a couple days ago was putting together the best fixtures. So it's the top 5 teams for attack and defense, kind of a fixture planner for the next 4 weeks, looking ahead, the next 4 games before AFCON hits. So here's your defender fixtures. Here's the top fixture ticker by team. Number 1 is Liverpool. So you're right away. I know you wanted to sell Gabriel to get Nico O'Reilly. Liverpool plays 3 it's 2 the next. Just two away, 2 home. Nottingham Forest home, at West Ham, home Sunderland, at Leeds. So the next 4 games for Liverpool are
winnable.
Really good.
Yeah.
Are they a trap?
I think anything Liverpool right now is a trap. It's not really easy to say what's going to show up. The fact that we were able to beat Villa relatively comfortably, beat Real Madrid again relatively comfortably, and then go to City and completely capitulate shows that the team can be whatever they decide to be on a given day, and that's gonna mean that they're gonna struggle against some of these teams that we expect them to beat. I don't see a world in which we can expect to see wins in matches that we would typically expect to see wins. So I wouldn't say it's a trap, but I don't think I'm putting any eggs in that basket. I think Van Dijk's cheap enough to where moving from Gabriel to Van Dijk is not a terrible option because the fixtures are there, but it's still a risk.
You're not touching any of the other defenders. You are not going anywhere near Konate. Is Andy Robertson starting?
Probably, but again, I don't know. That's the other issue.
Is Connor Bradley starting?
Probably, but again, durability issues with Bradley always, right? So is he going to come back from international break and be able to go 90 minutes, for another couple of weeks? I don't know. And then same thing with Andy Robertson, durability issues because he is old and his body is not going to do what it has always done. And so I think that they are still trying to also get Kirkez bedded in. And so they're forcing him into games that they don't really want him in order to get him minutes and get him to settle down. And then when he doesn't, they're hooking him.
He is hilarious.
He's not hilarious. He is absolutely infuriating, and I almost turn my television off because he makes me so angry.
Gabe, so it's Virgil or no one. Does Allison coming back do anything to help you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think Marbadashvili has done a bad job. I think he's a good shot stopper. He's not as life-saving as Allison has been for us, and I do think that two things. Number one, he's able to stop stuff that most keepers don't, and then two, his distribution is insanely better than any of our other goalkeepers. And so Mamadashvili has been going over the top, whereas Allison has the ability to build correctly out of the back in ways that Mamadashvili does not.
Liverpool's coming for you.
I don't think we're there, but I think Allison is a huge good news for us.
City's the threat as long as Haaland's healthy.
Which I'm there for. I agree with that. I think City's going to win the title this year. I hope they win the title this year.
Which is the stupidest thing. Honestly.
We talked about this before we started recording.
I'm glad that it came back
up. And I do mean that, but I mean that even more because I know how frustrating that is to you.
There was never one time ever when Liverpool and City were battling for titles that I ever rooted for City. Ever. It was always rooting for Liverpool. And then this is like rooting for the Yankees. This is like rooting for the Chiefs.
No one does that.
This is rooting for, this is so crazy. City has been the dominant team in the league the last 10 years.
It's more like rooting for the Dodgers. It's not as much rooting for the Yankees.
Fair enough. In the current form, all of a sudden, everyone's got that friend who's a Dodgers fan, who's a Chiefs fan, and is there an NBA fan right now? I mean, there's not a dominant NBA team.
Lakers.
No.
They're not dominant, but they're buying all the people.
It's just like, come on.
It would be like rooting for the 2018. It would be like rooting for the Durant Warriors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh. That's a cool shirt you got on.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's true.
I rooted for the non-Durant Warriors.
Yeah, sure you did.
I rooted for the Baron Davis Warriors. I rooted for the Chris Mullin, Tim Hardaway Warriors.
Yeah, so get out of here. Yeah. You don't even know who these people are.
I rooted for the Latrell Sprewell Warriors. I rooted for some bad Warriors teams. No, this is also,
It's a great team.
I understand.
Team. It's always good. Brian, lean back just a little bit and kind of show the tee up. Yeah,
they went from
city.
Well, they had to change from the city to the town because this was more about San Francisco, and they wanted it to be more about Oakland. So I think they kind of switched things around.
Gotcha.
For defenders, the second on the fixture ticker. So the reason why you guys getting Nico O'Reilly is not a bad idea is that Man City is second on the ticker. They're at Newcastle, home Leeds, at Fulham, home Sunderland. I think the Newcastle. You want some numbers on that, Dave? You want to know?
Yeah,
why,
is City going to go in there and roll Newcastle? You said
no,
not this Newcastle, and I feel like 3 weeks ago that wasn't the case, but now all of a sudden it's this Newcastle.
So the fixtures are piling up.
Brentford did kind of
fixtures are piling up for Newcastle, and they're not doing well with that.
Newcastle was a little bit better at one point. They're still in fourth for XG against in home games. So they've conceded 6 on an XG against of 5.18. So it's good.
Okay.
I just think that it's not Newcastle. At what point have they felt like they're about to just starts steamrolling people. It feels like anytime they've started to look good, then they have a performance where you're like, what the heck? Where did that come from? I don't know. If you blame Nick Pope had a concussion in the last game, I don't know why that should matter.
Dude, he looked like he was in them. I mean, what are you going to do? Put in Aaron Ramsdale?
I mean, maybe.
I'm just saying, like, to me,
it's not horrible.
Maybe they, I don't know.
It took him an age to get his freaking gloves on.
Maybe they play up. I just don't see that it's happening. They're not as, it wouldn't make me nervous to play a Manchester City player. I don't know that I'm captaining Haaland at Newcastle, but I don't
know. I feel like every time, barring last week, if you don't captain him, then you are playing with
home
fire.
to Leeds, at Fulham, home to Sunderland, and like their overall fixture pile up. So that's the other part of this, and it's one of the reasons why we talk about Crystal Palace in a minute. Like the fixture pile up for them is it just affects them less, just because they have just
massive squad.
The depth allows them to kind of navigate it, and because now only Rodri and Mateo Kovacic, they're the only two injury concerns they have, and Kovacic is the only one he's switched to more of a long-term injury. Rodri's just being mostly managed, and they've been mostly okay without him. So, the third on the list, what you want is Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is first on the attack list, like first for attackers, and third on the list, best fixtures for defenders. However, they are the one that I would say, like, their fixture pile up is worse than anyone's. They were already trying to get the Carabao Cup match against Arsenal like bumped by a day because it was so close to whatever the fixtures at Spurs, I think, is like they have somebody, or City. Like I feel like they have they have somebody else difficult right after they play Arsenal. But either way, whatever it is, like the fixtures are already piled up, in the festive period,
right? And
they are one of the teams, like they've got so many fixtures between now and January 7th. And then, so they're away to Wolves, home to Manchester United. So 3 of the next 4, by the way, are away games. The only home game is against Manchester United, which I would just say that's not good for their defenders. At Wolves is fine. It's still away. Then they're at Burnley, which has been tougher than... I get that it's a lime green matchup, so it's one you want to target, but at Burnley is a little bit more difficult, and then they're at Fulham. So I'm like, I get it. Like it's a lot of mostly green, but they're not doing anything against Manchester United, I don't think, or at least they're going to get scored on, I would imagine. And then the other matches are playable. I just think like they have other stuff in between. Like, so they are in between Wolves and Manchester United. They're back in the Europa League. Then it's Burnley, Fulham, and then after Fulham, they have another away game, another away Europa League game before they play Manchester City in game week 16.
Shelbourne.
And then by then, they're losing Sarr for Manchester City to AFCON. So I'm like, I get it that it's a lot of green. I just feel like it's tempered expectations kind of all around. And Nketiah's hurt, so Mateta still feels mostly safe.
Yeah.
The defenders, they're still well coached. So it's not like, I mean, I still feel like they're very good. I just I didn't feel the same kind of urgency where I'm like, I got to get Munoz got to get in my team like right away, and Munoz is one of the top transfers in for defenders. By color coding, understandable. Just, I don't know. I didn't feel like it was crazy. Manchester United was 4th. They're home to Everton, at Palace, home West Ham, at Wolves.
What do you think about Injai? You talking about Everton?
No, I'm talking about Manchester United. Defenders.
He's trying to figure his moves out.
Yeah. Who just talked about, was it was it Ben Krellen? Somebody just talked about Delict as an option, which I felt like was somebody that you would
felt like it was insane.
It was insane, and then you realize
Goldbridge.
Huh?
No. Goldbridge would not mention that.
I can't remember who it was. It was somebody who's doing well.
Okay.
But either way,
he liked Delict?
Yeah, because the same thing, set piece goal threat. I mean, obviously had the tying goal against Spurs, like rescued the draw against Tottenham, and then if they have useful fixtures, he would be the player, probably even more than Harry Maguire. I think Maguire is triangled, but that's not a guy that we needed to discuss on the podcast. But that was somebody that was an option. A better podcast would have had numbers on that.
Interesting.
For you. I just know that if you watched him against Spurs, what you want is your central defender scoring a header in the 90+6.
You can rely on that.
There's really only like one defender that does that regularly, though.
It's
Gabriel. And then Brighton rounds out the top 5 of the best fixtures for defenders: home Brentford, at Nottingham Forest, home Villa, home West Ham. And I just don't think I want anything to do with Brighton defenders.
No, I agree.
So what you want to say is the top of the people being transferred in for defenders. Why? If you guys have already settled on Nico O'Reilly, I understand. Yeah. And you're saying you would consider doing Virgil. You could consider. You wouldn't.
I think it's one of the top transfers, though, is going from Gabriel to Virgil. Even more so, I think Gabriel to Timber is one of the top ones, and then Gabriel to Virgil.
O'Reilly, Munoz, Timber. So you'd have Timber above Virgil?
Yeah,
I already own him.
I just don't know why I'd want any Liverpool defender at the moment.
I agree.
For some reason,
I'm not throwing shade. I just
agree.
don't. I mean, I'm actually looking at midfielders, bringing in Gravenberch, but
for some reason, well, we talked about Gravenberch while you were gone. For some reason, Mickey Van de Ven is the 5th most transferred in defender.
I'm considering getting rid of him.
I can't believe anybody.
Been fine.
He was a top defender.
He had that 20-point game. He hasn't been fine. That 20-point game surrounded by a bunch of twos.
I had him for the 20-point game, so I feel like I owe him now.
I get it, but I'm thinking about selling him.
Virgil 6th, Ballard.
People
actually going after Dan Ballard's 10 against Arsenal. Wow. They are playing at Fulham, home Bournemouth.
That's not bad.
City, or at Liverpool, at City, home Newcastle. Sunderland will keep 0 clean sheets. In the next 5 games.
Mukulele, they might keep one.
Yeah, against Liverpool probably.
No, I'm not saying that, but like
it's a mean-spirited thing.
Your brother over there was like, shoo.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He cries a lot.
7. Gahey 8th most transferred in for defenders. I think that's a
mistake.
Senesi, Matty Cash. 10th most transferred in. That's one I can understand. I can get behind that.
Even with the injury.
Not worried about it. No, I think the injury is a non-issue. I think the precautionary description of it. Okay. And also because he's actually he's a 5.7%. It's a little higher than I would have guessed. So, but still low. Dean would be maybe the safest of the defenders.
No one wants a Frenchman.
Cucurella, Dave in there, Mukiele. There's Delict up in the top 15,
which is surprising.
Yeah. So, I don't know why seriously, why do you want to get rid of Cucurella at Burnley?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm not, but
next week maybe.
Until I looked at those numbers, because he's expensive, and I just feel like there's other guys that, and I hate rooting for anything Chelsea, but I have had him all season. He hasn't dropped in price, and then you look at the stats in like the last 5 match weeks, he's been actually really good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I probably will keep him. Van de Ven might be on the way out, but I'm just trying to figure out the transfers this week. I'd like to get a new midfielder in there if I don't bring in a defender this week, and I just don't love the options. I mean, I'm actually considering bringing in Cullen from Burnley.
Oh, look at you!
And you don't want to Burnley. What is he, like 3.8 or something?
No, he's like 5.0, but like he's like 6th in midfielder scoring. He's 1 point behind Salah, And, he's coming off a 10, which helps. Okay, so that's fantastic. But, it's Semenyo, Rice, Caicedo, Mbumo, Njai, Salah, and Cullen, Neto, Gravenberg. I don't know. Maybe Neto's the
How much you got?
play there. The money's not an issue. I got 7.5 if I wanted to invest into a player.
Gakpo.
It might be Neto.
Neto's not a bad call. Gakpo's not a bad call
I just
either.
don't love. I mean, Chelsea plays Burnley, and then they're home Arsenal, at Leeds, fine, and then at Bournemouth. But Brian, Bournemouth. I don't know. It just.
You don't know. You own
Colin
Sarr.
has 53 points.
It'd be a good pickup. Sarr would be a good pickup.
Colin has 53 points.
Which Sarr? PM Sarr? No, Ismailia. But isn't he a striker? Oh no, he's not.
What's Colin's goal and assist total for the season? Go ahead, say it.
It is 0 and no. It's 2 and 1. 2 goals, 1 assist.
2 goals and 1 assist.
Somehow
53
points. So like all bonus points. His bonus points are.
Is he a
8 bonus points?
Is he a DEFCON monster? To me, that seems impossible. He's taken
defensive contributions.
He's got a total of 8
115
bonus points on the season.
8 bonus points. He's averaging 11 defensive contributions per 90.
Well, there you go. He's taken 6 shots.
So 12, 7, 14, 7, 14, 12.
It's my
20.
fifth midfielder
it's
spot.
Defensive
so I don't have to have someone who's doing amazing things. Honestly, the cheaper the price, the better. But anyways, I was just trying.
They don't have to be good. I just have to buy them.
What's crazy, the midfielder scoring, the people who are like...
Midfielders, this is the weirdest
Shaka.
midfielder
Shaka.
year ever.
Bumo, maybe Ndai, Neto, Salah for sure. Most of the top scoring midfielders are overperforming their expected points by a lot. Not just a little overperformance.
But it's like we're 11 games in now, and it's like after 4 or 5, you think, okay, well maybe we come back to the mean, but it's now we're 11 in, and they're still somehow figuring out a way to do it. I don't know. Just it's bizarre.
Yeah. It's a jacked up season. We should just quit, really. I feel like is the better.
Bizarre, not bizarre.
No, I'm just kidding.
Bizarre.
So as far as the defenders go, you are okay with any of those? Like you guys are obviously saying the preference is for O'Reilly first. You would be fine with any of the Crystal Palace defenders, or you're saying you're avoiding?
I have Gahey. I'm not going to
get.
I have Gahey, but I'm not selling him yet.
Same. I think that Gahey is fine, but I wouldn't be moving to him now. If you're buying somebody, buy Richards, Lacroix.
If Gabriel is your only Arsenal defender, are you replacing him with a non-Arsenal defender?
I did, but he wasn't my only one. No.
If I replaced him with a non-Arsenal defender, I would only go to Nico Riley.
Right, but I'm saying
if he's your only Arsenal defender, you need to replace him with an Arsenal defender, and it needs to be Timber or
Saliba.
Yeah, honestly, it could be any of the 3: Timber, Saliba, or even the other guy, Calafiori.
Virgil is low on the list.
Low on my list.
Very low on the list.
Okay.
I mean, if he comes out, guns blazing with Allison behind him, great. If they look like a solid defense again,
it's just
great.
which Liverpool's going to show up. Is it the Liverpool that showed up against Villa and Madrid, or the Liverpool that showed up the 5 or 6 games before that?
It was the same players.
The one against City, it
was the same players against City as it was against Madrid. It doesn't make any sense.
No, I agree. And who knows? Maybe Travis, honestly, maybe that game was a one-off, and the real guys were the Villa Madrid guys.
Well, I don't know. I mean, every one of them played well. Ekitike scored on international break.
Yeah.
Konate captained France on international break and looked pretty good. Van Dijk again,
Who's
look
making
good. Gakpo
decisions for the
scored
French national
scored
team
and
as
assisted.
captain Konate?
Wirtz had like 2 assists, and they were like awesome.
Really good in their
like,
last
I mean,
game.
so it's like
Wirtz
individually they're
looks
looking
for
great.
everyone but Liverpool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honestly, I'm not trying to be ugly about it, but it's just true.
His game against his game for most recent game for Germany in this international break looked very similar to his game against Real Madrid, where he looked very good there too. So, all that to say, all these guys can play. Just can they play together?
Interesting. All right, Travis, night moves. You want to discuss?
It's O'Reilly. That's the only one.
Okay, and you're captaining.
I haven't decided yet, but it'll probably be Holland.
Yep. Brian, have you made a move yet?
No,
I know you haven't. You never make early moves in international break, as you shouldn't.
My triangles, the only one I care about is Gabriel. He can easily be benched this week. Actually, it kind of saves me a benching headache with the players I already had.
Okay.
So it's just a question of whether it's Nico or whether I'm going to.
So you do have
up.
Nico O'Reilly.
I don't.
Oh. You're talking about bringing him in.
Yeah, I'm just talking about whether bringing him in, saving that extra. I mean, saving 1.6. What's Gabriel, 6.6? I think I got him for exact money for what he currently is. So basically, it's saving a lot of money, no matter who it is.
You need to probably do it before he drops.
Did that happen yet?
If he hasn't dropped tonight, he might drop by tomorrow.
Yeah, he's a huge sell. I don't know. Fantasy Football Fix doesn't have him dropping anytime soon. My guess is the closer it gets to the deadline, he'll probably drop on Thursday or Friday.
65% progress towards getting a drop.
Yeah, I genuinely think just because of the lack of interest in Saliba, that makes him kind of more tempting. But also, O'Reilly's been really good. So I understand why people are going there. It's a real maverick choice to not pick the number one defender.
To not go to O'Reilly?
Yeah.
That's usually served you very well, right?
Yeah, so far this season it's gotten me really far ahead is picking the guys that nobody else wants.
Oh, man, I'm trying to figure out. I'm probably going to take a hit this week. I have one transfer.
You need to take a hit.
I have, at the moment, I have Isidore going out, Thiago in, but maybe that spot isn't as necessary as I need it to be where I could, I don't know. I don't have to make a move at all, but I feel like
you should just take a bunch of hits.
I'm
never above the two of you, and I have been for the past couple of weeks. So,
can you answer what the?
Just keep taking hits.
Answer the Salah question again, because we have to talk about it every week by obligation.
No, we don't.
Sure, we do. Did he look terrible or good or fine
on
against
international
Manchester
break?
City?
Oh, he was nullified completely. I think is probably the best way to say it. He wasn't a factor. He wasn't a factor. And when City had the ball the majority of the time, because I think they outpossessed us relatively handily, and even the possession that we did have wasn't meaningful.
If Virgil's goal stood,
that is a different game. I will say that is a different game.
He'd be the number one transfer in for defenders.
And I think that's
hands down
silliness.
It's not even. It wouldn't even be close if he had scored a goal, because Nico O'Reilly wouldn't have gotten a clean sheet. He might have still gotten an assist, but he wouldn't have gotten a clean sheet.
I don't know that he would. I think Liverpool isn't chasing that game at that point. I think a lot of the defensive issues that we had that led to it being 3 were because of them chasing the game and having to shift players around for offensive push.
Was that a tying goal or a go-ahead goal?
It's a tying goal.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's a different game. I'm not saying Liverpool win, but I mean, it's definitely a different game. So I'm a little bit disappointed by that. I've said this over and over and over again. If only we paid to see the history in Slack. I get so annoyed because I want that called. I want that call that disallowed that goal. I want it called when it's actually affecting the goalkeeper's positioning. Not just their eye line, and it never is. Got called that time. and it doesn't make any sense. So I'm just like always, I'm not necessarily pissed about the call. I'm pissed of the inconsistency of the officiating.
Yeah.
Do you think Szoboszlai's going to be so sad coming back? Do you think he'll still be crying, and will that impact his ability to see whenever they play?
Very good question here. Top notch.
Probably.
He says Gravenberch. I will ask that forever. Is Gravenberch going to keep scoring randomly? It seems like he will. You're just saying forget any of the other Liverpool players except Virgil.
From a defensive standpoint, yes.
He's saying
from
forget Virgil.
From a Liverpool standpoint, I do think Gakpo is still going to be relevant. He's a little expensive, but I still think he outscores Sarr before Sarr leaves for AFCON.
Okay, because Palace and Liverpool are the top two for the next 4 weeks for attackers. So you're saying if you had a choice, Crystal Palace is first actually on the fixture ticker. Which again,
Your favorite thing.
It's different for the attack. It's just that they are busier than the Premier League fixtures only, and so it's just they're not that deep. Sarr has already been injured.
Yeah.
If they lose, and then Adam Wharton got sick last week, and I think he was out against Brighton, or at least was less effective. I think he had the flu. But either way, I just think it's just not quite the same if they end up losing. But Liverpool's not going to have those same problems, and they're second best for fixtures. Forest, West Ham, Sunderland, and Leeds.
Do you like Gakpo enough to bring him in?
I know we've fluctuated. We have gone from
I went to Minta instead of Gakpo a couple weeks ago.
Do you regret that?
No, I want to ride Minta for a little bit, but if I was in the market for a midfielder, I think I would probably do that. He looks really good again.
I could do that for even money right now.
Yeah, well, I said it and you laughed at me when I recommended it.
I mean, the numbers aren't there. I just don't. I don't.
Couldn't wait 5 minutes until we were done.
That is
Brian.
amazing.
Brighton is actually third for attack for fixtures. Brentford, Nottingham Forest, Villa, and West Ham.
And he's just kind of fixture proof because he always finds a way to kind of work his way into the box. Minta.
Gakpo's minutes have kind of been wonky too. I mean, it hasn't been. He's nailed down starting every time because
he's out starting anybody else on the left, though, for sure. But all that to say, again, I think if his price is a little bit less, you don't worry that much about it.
It's just you look at his minutes. It's 34. This is going backwards here.
Isn't this the one where you said
34, 90,
this person doesn't
60,
even really
90,
need to
90,
play?
45.
They're my fifth midfielder. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter. So just reminding you of that part. You just say so many things.
Manchester United fourth.
We've already talked about this. What's your night moves?
It's going to be Gabriel out only, no hits, and I don't know who for.
It's gonna be Ezri Konsa. All right.
I wouldn't hate bringing in one of the two, either left or right back.
I do not know. I'm going to captain Holland because I'm chicken.
And you did make that move.
And I don't know. I'm thinking about. I don't love my goalkeepers this week. I've hated my goalkeepers for multiple weeks.
You have Cells and Vicario?
I still have Cells and Vicario.
You need to do something about that.
I'm Cells at Liverpool. That's not good. Vicario at Arsenal. I don't think that's that good either. So I don't know. I maybe this is the week that I just use my one free transfer to move Matt Cells
and go buy Raya.
I don't know. I haven't even looked
since you got rid of Gabriel and you went to O'Reilly, so now you can.
Goalkeepers. Well, no, I never had Gabriel. I mean, don't love Rose, don't love Pope.
Rope's the number one goalkeeper transfer in for some reason. I still don't understand.
Sunderland's place in the table. I want to remind everyone.
He's not cheap.
Sunderland for a promoted club had the easiest schedule I've seen for a promoted club in forever. Now look, they've done a lot with it, but now all of a sudden they're starting to come into a little bit of their meat which
And
they
they're
got
still getting
Liverpool,
results.
City, and Newcastle. Now, technically, they did get a result against Arsenal. I don't expect those types of results. Yes, you can come up with one result in the game of your season at home against Arsenal. I don't think they can continue those types of results.
All right.
You can come up with one. It was the first game that's really kind of tough in their stretch of games, but they're coming into a stretch. I think they're gonna.
Liverpool and City away. I agree. That's probably not going to be great for them.
So
if either of those were home matches, I would give them.
They're not going to Leicester their way to a top 4, right? No. I mean, we know this. So
they're going to.
They benefited. They've done the most with what they have been given. Kudos to them. I just think they're going to have a slower slide back down, and getting up for the Arsenal game at home right before the international break was their peak.
They're safe though, right? I mean, there's no way they get.
I think they're absolutely safe.
They're not going to get relegated.
No,
that's for sure.
I think they're absolutely safe.
I mean, it's weird that we're saying that for a team that's in 4th place technically right now.
No, I know. They've been amazing. So kudos to them. They've been great.
That's
but
fun.
Yeah, I don't know my transfers.
Promoted team not getting relegated. That's great.
I mean, we've had a lot of those.
Yeah, Wolves are gone.
Yeah, probably.
There's no way Wolves.
Who cares? Recoups. Strand Larson will go to West Ham and be great.
Joao Pedro scored again. He might be my transfer in.
Who?
Joao Pedro. He's
that guy?
back to back now.
Come on, he's not.
He's got to be the most annoying.
He's not even the best Brazilian. Thiago is. Come on.
No, it's not. It's not even close.
Yeah, he's worse than Trossard for like scrappy, like poachy goals though. Like everything he gets is a tap in because he's just in the right place or he's scrounging.
Goals are goals, Travis.
I own him.
He's
I'm not saying
you still own Pedro?
Yeah,
you still do?
Yes, because he keeps doing it.
Wow, interesting.
You say Woltemade is a top sell?
No,
that's what I thought I saw.
No, there's no way.
I wouldn't be buying him for Manchester City, I don't think. But after that, I would think about it.
Yeah, top transfers out this week. Kudus, number 1. Woltemade, 2. Gyökeres, 3. Reinders, 4. Burn, 5. Top transfers out this week on the page.
Gabriel's not even on that list. That makes no sense.
It will be Gabriel in a few days.
All right.
That's it.
All right, gentlemen, thank you.
Who did you say you were captaining?
Holland.
Holland.
I'm chicken.
Come on.
I'm chicken. I know. That's what I mean.
He's a baby.
Who are you captaining? You're captaining Holland.
I don't know. You want to take a chance on?
You want to be fun? Are you going to be fun?
Mateta's playing out Wolves. You don't want to think about?
No, I don't own
captaining
Mateta
at Wolves.
I don't own him. If I did, I would.
I do have Mateta. I would. That's not a bad actually. That's not a bad shout.
But you don't want to go
I'm going
to the
with
den.
Holland.
No one wants to go to the den of Wolves. I'm kidding.
Of Wolves.
No, that's not a bad idea. But Holland's just so explosive, and he's the only thing that City has to score.
I wish I knew, or I wish we had somebody who could look up what the Manchester United Everton fixture typically produces, because Manchester United playing home to Everton doesn't seem to be too scary either. And right now Bumo's on he's on a heater. So I don't know. That's another one. You could talk me into that.
Interesting. But
I wish Semenyo wasn't cold as ice.
So you're not going to lock it in.
Bournemouth home to West Ham is fantastic.
Yeah.
And
but you're not locking.
I don't think you can do it.
But Semenyo's probably not playing, right? Or maybe
I think Semenyo is playing. I think it's pretty. I think his injury is. I think it was. There was no injury. I think it was purely a No, I think it was personal reasons.
Oh, okay.
It was not even felt something. It wasn't even an injury related. It was just a personal decision to withdraw.
Okay.
So
I hope a bunch of people sell him. That'd be great.
All right. It's tricky this week though. Yes, I did buy Xhaka last week. That's kind of amazing. You don't think he's a top, I don't know, top 6-ish transfer in?
Last 6 matches, Manchester United has won 4, drawn 2, and lost none.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, so your gut was right.
This isn't exactly a juggernaut sort of Everton team either, and they're away. And Manchester United at home. Manchester United is still, I think, the number 1 offense in the Premier
just for
League.
shots and XG
and everything. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Fun.
Very good. Cunha's back, by the way.
Cunha is back.
Okay.
Looked good.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you for having me back. Brother Hoig, thank you for being here and contributing. Appreciate that. I'm glad we did you a disservice and
No, we didn't.
not letting you contribute.
No, we didn't.
And
We need more people here to sneer at Travis.
I do love that. There's been a lot of sneering,
Whatever.
brotherly sneering, and it's been fantastic. For the FPL America podcast, this is David Smith. Until next time.